Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Non-League 2 Premier League here with Bath City. You join me today up against York, down in 21st in the table. We sit in 10th. We're coming up to touching distance of these playoff places, somewhere I did not expect to be. Could this be the third season back to back I'm fighting in the playoffs? One thing I do have to bring to you, we go to my transfer history, transfers in. We have made a new signing, a bit of a utility man. It's Ronan Darcy. A midfield centre or attacking mid-right centre. He was a bit of a backup really for Jenkins Davies, maybe even going to take his place. Once again, he's only apparently a decent Enterprise National player, could be as good as a Sky Bet League 2 player. Perfect for what we're looking for in this squad. He was a free agent after leaving Wigan, so he left Wigan in the 26-27 and we've signed him in 27-28. He's been technically without football now for 6 months. His last real proper season with a lot of games was Chesterfield, where he played 34 games and he got 2 goals and 1 assist. I expect him to play a bit deeper, but in my team it's saying we need to play him out on the right as an inside forward, which I don't currently agree with. I think we do put Windsor out on that right. We bring Darcy onto the bench for Parsley. Darcy at the moment will be coming off the bench for us. I believe he could probably do a job instead of Tilson in DM. If I look at his stats, he can play pretty much anywhere for us. His tackling is quite poor, so maybe not. He is more of an attacking, more of a Jenkins Davies backup. Is what I've signed him for. Backup / rotation in the squad. I've put a couple more bids in for other players. We'll see if they are successful. But we are at a part of the season where I could register some different players in my squad. So I got him registered as soon as I signed him. But here we go again against York today for Bath City. Let's see what we can do today. We've been on a reasonably good run. We're still in the FA Cup. In fact, we're in the FA Cup third round up against Bristol City, as I mentioned before. Away from home, that's going to be a good game. I look forward to that. Probably a loss, but it's more the money that might come with it. And if we do somehow fluke a win, who could we get in the next round? Hopefully a good draw away from home as well in the next round of the FA Cup. A quiet start to this game. Nobody's even had a shot and we're almost 20 minutes in. A tight game, similar formations, battling each other out. Who's going to get the first opportunity, the first chance on goal? Or is this going to be an absolutely boring snooze fest? We've seen the first shot of the game go to York about half an hour in. Here's Bath with the ball at Pan to Tilson, into Jenkins Davies to Brown. Brown will go out wide, surely to Smith. He does. Down the line. Here's Nathaniel Junior Brown. Good bit of skill past his man. What can he do here? This time he smashes it into the bottom corner on his left foot. What an absolutely terrific run there by Nathaniel Junior Brown. Picked up the ball deep. Look, Jenkins Davies got it. It went back to Brown, out to Smith. And we see Nathaniel Junior Brown pick it up. Takes on this man with a good bit of skill. And the centre back number 4 doesn't know whether to go to the ball, away from the ball. He wants to mark Jenkins Davies out the game. And that left the space there for Nathaniel Junior Brown to smash it into the bottom corner on his left foot to put Bath City 1-0 up. A highlight now here with the ball with York. Fagan Walcott out to Felix, to DeBayo. Playing it around nicely here, York, waiting for a gap to open up. And here comes the gap. Gray now on the wing. He's got to take on his man. He gets the ball in. Cleared only as far as Batty with a long range shot over the bar. Can we keep this streak going of good results? One thing we can keep going is the streak of having absolutely tired players every game. Ball flicked on, but it lands in Casagrande's hands. What can Bath City do with it here? Casagrande's going to go long towards Parsley. DeBayo wins it, but Brown wins that back, nods it down to Jenkins Davies. The ball through to Parsley, and he needs to be finishing that straight out the keeper, straight down the middle of the goal. Either side, and I think that ball goes in the back of the net. But sadly, he's kicked it straight at the keeper. Ball to Windsor now, inside to Jenkins Davies. Looks along to Mitchell in midfield. To Parsley. Jenkins Davies again to Brown. Brown's going to drive at his man on his left foot again. Can he do it? He can. And they're giving him that space, and he's opening up on his left foot and smashing it in that bottom corner. And it's almost an exact similar finish to his previous goal. In fact, he almost picks up in the same space, drives in the same space between the right back and the centre back. And he's allowed time on that left foot, and he's starting to really become an expert at that low-driven shot with his left foot into the far right-hand corner. And we go into half-time with a 2-0 lead, with a couple of tired players. Owen Windsor being one, and Brown being another. So we're going to see the debut of Darcy here off the bench, and St. Louis is going to come on the left. So the wide attacking players have been subbed off for some fresh legs to keep running at the York defence. There's a ball in here. Fagan Woolacott to Rooney. It's going to spread that out wide to Felix. Felix now. A long ball. Can Stones win the head? He does. But it's only flicked on to Brown, who goes back to his keeper. Back out to Brown to Smith. Long ball forward to Jenkins Davies. He'll get that under control. No worries. And once again, that should have been easily placed into the corner. That's 2 one-on-one good opportunities wasted here by the Bath City players. Akpan on the ball to Tilson, to Akpan again. Swings it in towards Parsley. Headed clear. Smith picks it up to Mitchell. Tilson. Brown now over the top. Is that penalty in there? It does. It looks like a penalty just before that. Sadly, I've subbed on St. Louis. He's too tired to even be playing in this team. So I'll bring Paco Foki on. It's a waste of a sub there. I wasn't paying enough attention. But we've subbed a player on and then subbed them back off within 10 minutes of the second half. But chance here to go 3-0 up. And stood over the ball is Jenkins Davies. Cool, calm and collected. Slots that away. Really starting to get involved in this season now. And after those subs, I am going to change to the 4-4-2 tactic. But I'm going to push Brown. Well, actually, I'm going to have to change the whole team. So Smith should be at left back. Akpan should be at right back. Janila and Brown in centre back. Warher and Mitchell sitting back. Darcy and Jenkins Davies up on the wings. And it'll be the same here. Push these up. Push these up. Darcy for Smith. Akpan into right back. Brown and Janila in centre back. Warher, Mitchell, Darcy, Jenkins Davies, Afoki and Parsley. Let's confirm those changes. Play Afoki in a position he's going to prefer to play in. And we keep pushing on. York have done well in this game. They have created chances and opportunities. They've just not put anything away. And for the first time in a long time, we are finding the net. Thanks to mainly Nathaniel Junior Brown and a wicked left foot driving between the right back and the centre back, giving us a 2-goal lead. And also the penalty to give us a really good cushion as we enter the last 15 minutes of this game. A comfortable 3-0 lead really for Bath. But the ball is here with York. Out wide to Gray. Gray's going to try and take on his man, which he does really well. Too much pace there for Smith at the back. And we managed to clear the ball, but only back to the York players. And it's Gray again who swings it in towards Stones. Off the bar, cleared by Smith, back in, cleared by Akpan. Parsley on the ball now, out to Avoki. Jenkins Davies to Avoki again. A ball through, trying to cut through the defence to Parsley. But got cut out by the York City defence. And the ball here again with Jenkins Davies swings it in towards Parsley. Headers that straight into the hands of the York keeper. As we enter the final 10 minutes. Mayo taking his time. Hoofs it long because Stones went ahead. Who does down to Greenan. To Stones again. He's going to run. Takes a long shot. Casagrande. Claws it out for a corner kick to York. Jenkins-Davies looking absolutely shattered out there. He may get rested and we'll bring Darcy in for the next game. Potentially. The ball forward by Greening, intercepted by Smith to Mitchell. Mitchell to Jenkins-Davies. He's having a great game, Jenkins-Davies, as he takes on the right back again. Swings the ball to Darcy at the back post. It's blocked. And an effort there. Potentially by Akpan. High, wide and not so handsome. An opportunity for York from this corner. Into the final 5 minutes of the game. Hunt swings it in. A header one smashed off the bar. DeBayo picks it up. He's going to swing that back. Follow field to Hunt. Swings it in again. Warraher to clear. DeBayo back in. Casagrande comes out to claim. Desperate for this clean sheet, the Bath City team. Casagrande on the ball. A big throw into Smith straight into midfield. A ball over the top. You see Parsley open there. He's fouled there. And a free kick on the edge of the area. Jenkins-Davies normally taking these, but Darcy off the bench has been given the ball. He shoots. That's a great effort. Clawed out there by the York City keeper. 4 minutes of stoppage time to be played. And we're running up to the full-time whistle. A great 3-0 victory here. Good to see the new signing. We do hopefully have a couple more coming that I have put offers in for free agents just to strengthen this squad. St. Louis injured for 1 to 2 days. Let's quickly do this press conference, see who we are playing in the next episode. And that would be Northampton Town down in 22nd. And we are within touching distance now of the playoff positions. We just keep climbing that table. Every point I said at the start of the season is important, and this is proving it. If you did enjoy this episode, please do leave a like, please do subscribe. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.